Hello, this is Vasant Williams. You are 16CS089. Today I'll explain the program for classes and objects. So here I've created a class named test. The private section has data members called test code, number of candidates, center required, and a string variable description. I have a member function inside the private int calculate center. It will return number of centers according to this small formula. Number of candidates by 100 and plus 1. In the public section, I have a member function called schedule, which will take the input for each object like test code, description, and number of candidates. And then it will call the member function calculate center, and it will be stored in center required. This will go, the control will go from here, and the value will be returned to control center required. Now I have another member function display test. So this will display all the details of each object like test code, description, number of candidates, and center required. Now in the main function I have created two objects of class test. Now I'll give a cout message saying enter details for first test or first object. So I'm calling t1 dot schedule. So I'll be calling the member function schedule for the object t1. The control will go here and the inputs for the object t1 will be taken. Now I have a message saying enter details for second test. Now t2 dot schedule, which will call the schedule function for the object t2. Now the details for the object t2 will be taken as input. Now all the details are displayed like t1 dot display test. The details of t1 will be displayed. I'm leaving two lines and then showing the details for t2. So I'll run this program. So enter details for the first test. Test code, let's say it is 1, 2, 3, 4. Description, maths test. Then number of candidates, say 200. So enter details of second test. What 4, 5, 6, 7. Add description, English test. So number of candidates, 300 or 300. So here the output has come. Test code, that is 1234. It's a math test, 200 candidates, so we required 3 centers, and the next output is here. I'll show another program using class and object. This in this program also I have a class named test with the private members, ADNO of string data type, char name to get the name of the candidate who is appearing for the test, and marks of uh, the candidate for 5 subjects, and we'll calculate average and store in AVG. And we have a member function in private section which will find the average marks, and then it will return. We have a sum equal to 0 in which we'll accumulate all the marks using a for loop. Since it's a 5 member array, so we'll run the loop from 0 to less than 5, and we'll store all the sum in the variable sum. We'll divide it by 5, it will find the average and we'll return it. In the public function, in the public section, I have a member function read info, which will get the details of the candidate for each object, like admission number, name, and then marks in 5 objects. Since marks is an array of 5 elements, we are using a for loop as I explained it here. So again, we'll call get average function, and we'll store the returned value in AVG. So the control will pass from here to here, and then it will find the average and return it to AVG. So now AVG will have the average for it, average marks of that particular object. So now void display is to display all the details of each object like admission number, name, and average. Now in the main function, I have created two objects of type of class test. Now I'm asking them to display to enter details for first student. So t1 dot read info. So first object's details have been taken as input, and then second object's details have been taken as input. Same process repeated, and then details of all the students are displayed by t1 dot display info. Display info is another function to display, and then t2's details are displayed. Now I'll run the program. Says enter details for first students. Admission number, let's say it's 1 2 3. Okay. Name something. Then marks in subject 1. Some random marks. Mm, Details of second student. Admission number. Name, marks. So it has given all the details of the students, admission number, his name, his average marks, and then same for the second student with this admission number, name, and average. Thank you.